I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last. The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. Well, except for the 10 years it took me to get my shit together. But after that, I was a master.
Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button, and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
So we already have confirmation that Obi-Wan Kenobi is going to have a similar character arc to that of Jake Skywalker from The Last Jedi, meaning that it will be an arc that makes absolutely no sense considering what we know about an established character. Because we all know that Disney isn't concerned with such things as continuity or canon. God forbid a company with unlimited fucking resources actually takes the time to put together a cohesive story. But now we have more news coming from the latest Lucasfilm blunder project, that being the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Filmmaker Deborah Chow, who is also responsible for some of the mediocre episodes of The Mandalorian, is apparently also calling the shots on the Obi-Wan series. And apparently there is a very good reason, at least in her mind, why she wanted Hayden Christensen back for the role of Darth Vader. Which, by the way, the very inclusion of Darth Vader in this series doesn't make sense canon-wise either. Do you ever get a sense that the people creating Star Wars really don't know anything about it? Because I do.
That makes sense.
Everyone knows that Darth Vader is being used because Lucasfilm wants to try to rope people in with some nostalgia bait. As soon as you dangle them member berries, all the shills come running. But what she actually had to say about the character of Vader was quite telling. She said of Vader's inclusion in the series as, quote, "I really wanted to do something that was character-based and character-driven because that is the benefit of a limited series, is that you have more time to sort of tell a real character story. So for me, the starting place of character is you just start, and you look at who has been important to him in his life. And it's quite hard to avoid Anakin Vader in that scenario, especially coming out of Revenge of the Sith. So it came out of an evolution of the character for me. It wasn't just to sort of bring him back. It was really like, who means something and where are we at this point in the timeline with Vader? He isn't the New Hope Vader quite yet, you know what I mean? So we are with the character sort of in the middle of this period. It is still Vader, obviously, but it's a Vader that isn't quite as fully formed as he is in A New Hope.
Whoopie fucking do. Hey, I'm impressed.
So let's be clear about this. The events of this series are supposed to take place 10 years after the prequel trilogy and 20 years before the original trilogy. So basically what she is saying is that after 10 years, Vader has still not reached his full potential. It sounds like a perfect opportunity for someone at Lucasfilm to dwarf another legacy character. But what do I know? I base my opinions on Lucasfilm's track record and their inability to actually develop characters properly.
Fuck me, right?
While watching the prequels as a kid, I was always under the impression that I was seeing the origins of Darth Vader. In fact, there was a 3-part origin story that culminates in him fully embracing the dark side in Revenge of the Sith. At the end of that movie, it always felt like he is the Darth Vader that we have come to expect. Now that's not to say that he can't still learn things from Palpatine as a dark side user. But Deborah Chow sounds like she is tackling him as a character who is not yet developed. In other words, his persona. Meaning she is deconstructing a character that has already been constructed by the time we see him in this series. Does anyone really think that Darth Vader needs to be reanalyzed in that way? I don't. Darth Vader to me is Darth Vader by the end of episode 3. The next phase of his character arc plays out in the original trilogy when he realizes that he still has good in him, and he's made aware of that by his son, Luke Skywalker. Darth Vader, or Anakin Skywalker's full arc, has already played out on screen, so there is no need to deconstruct him any further. And we already know that they will do something in this show to contradict what we already know about him as well. This is nothing new, we've seen this all before from Disney and Lucasfilm, so don't tell me to give it a chance. They've had 5 years to change my perception on this franchise and they failed miserably every time.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So why does anyone think that the Obi-Wan show is going to be any different? I came across this tweet that I thought was relevant and actually hit the nail right on the head. This comes from Script Trooper, who says, according to the director, Darth Vader isn't fully formed in Obi-Wan Kenobi's show. Really, he's been murdering Jedi and routing resistance, and it's 10 years since Padme. He should be a mental case. They are turning Vader into Kylo to make Kylo seem more palatable. Mark my words.
The dreaded stinks!
Bravo, he just summed up my whole thoughts on the entire Disney Star Wars run. Their MO from the start has been making legacy characters look inferior to prop up the characters they create because they aren't creative enough to actually write compelling stories for them. Luke and Han were both dwarfed to make Rey look better. Obi-Wan will probably be dwarfed to make the new Inquisitor character look better. Boba Fett was dwarfed in his own show to make Mando look better. Luke was dwarfed again in the Boba Fett show to make Dave Filoni's creation Ahsoka look better. And now they will take the greatest villain in cinematic history and deconstruct him until he is almost unrecognizable just so they can make their whiny little bitch of a character named Kylo Ren look like a decent character, which he is not.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Give it a chance, right? Give me a fucking break. Anyone with half a brain can see what's going on here, and you don't need to call the psychic hotline to figure it out. Disney is garbage, Lucasfilm is garbage, and they wouldn't know a proper story arc if it came up and slapped them right in the face. So let me know what you thought about all this in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Nah.